All right, hey guys, welcome to the Nerd Outlet Podcast. I'm your fill-in host, Nathan Haller. Joining me today, Greg T.
It's just me.
Yeah, just us. The other bitches, they ain't here today, man. We don't need them. We're just gonna be a two-man crew today. But
New location.
new location.
We're in
yeah.
our studio.
Yeah, we're not. We actually. It kind of is a little studio.
Kind of.
We need huge speakers on the stereo speakers or whatever they're called.
And I wish I had those.
But
awesome.
I mean, other than that, and then you can just call yourself a producer like everybody else does when they buy those speakers. So you're like,
Drop
oh, yeah.
some fat beats.
But yeah, we're gonna be talking a little bit about sci-fi movies. We literally just made this topic up
And we're just
30
so
seconds ago.
enthralled in sci-fi right now. We've been listening to No Man's Sky. We're
Yeah.
hyped for the game.
yeah, hyped, very
Nathan's
very
wearing
hyped.
a Star Wars shirt right now.
As always. Literally, you look into my.
We're in my office, which is covered in nothing but sci-fi shit.
I mean, dude, you almost have a whole shelf right there. What, 3 full shelves of solely Star Wars stuff right there?
Yep.
And then on top of that, if you look on the other side, the top shelf of where most of your video games and TV series, you have every Infinity. Not every. Is that every?
Every
Infinity?
Star Wars Disney Infinity.
Disney Infinity character. All right, that is cool. Sucks that game is gone.
Yeah, I know.
This is it just kind of bums me
It's
out.
like now
I
I
looked
can
at it, I was
just
like,
play the campaigns and that's it. Oh well.
hey man, at least we got Star Wars though.
True. At least they did that before. Yeah. They
Did you
scrapped
play
everything.
you played the Hoth one? I'm guessing since you have the Star Wars.
I haven't
or
actually played it yet. The only campaign I've played so far is the Force Awakens one.
Force Awakens.
Yep.
Okay, so they did what? Force Awakens. They did the Hoth one, or did they do the episodes, or did they kind of just do
I think it's just parts from all the trilogy.
That's cool. I'm down with that. Well, it has Ahsoka too. Is that a? Did they do a story with her?
Yeah, there's the it's basically Clone Wars.
Okay,
The TV show
that's cool.
is what the other campaign
Okay,
is. So it's just
okay.
Anakin and Ahsoka and Obi-Wan.
All right. I'm down with that. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about sci-fi movies today. We're kind of just winging it as usual. But Star Wars being the big one, we usually talk about Star Wars too much, so I don't really want to dwell too much on it.
I mean,
But,
we just love it, so
Yeah,
it's hard to get away from it.
it is hard to not talk about Star Wars because I can sit there and talk about it for hours. But hey, I don't have to talk about negative Star Wars anymore. That's the best thing about Star
True.
Wars now.
True.
But Greg, since I'm the host, I got to take hosting duties again, which kind of sucks. But I'll deal with it for the
Just suck
week.
it up.
I'll deal with it for today. What is one of the best sci-fi movies you've seen in the past couple of years that really stands out to you? Because we've had a lot of, in all honesty, I think in the past 5-6 years we've had some exceptional sci-fi drama, thriller, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Diving into different territories of sci-fi, diving in different territories of genres. What do you think? Because we usually just get the Star Wars or the big blockbuster
Star Treks.
standard. Yeah.
Um.
So I see you got a lot of them over there. So that's what I'm kind of just gravitating towards.
Yeah.
Looking at your
The one
Blu-ray
that's the
collection.
biggest one that's probably stood out to me as being extremely different and been
Mhm.
a huge inspiration just in a creative aspect was District 9.
District 9 is awesome.
Neil
Yeah.
Blomkamp is a genius with his concepts and the designs he comes up with that are sci-fi related. I mean, say what you will about
Chappie.
his movies. A lot of people think Elysium is garbage, and a lot of people just didn't like Chappie at all. But I think there's something unique about what Blomkamp brings to the sci-fi genre, and I think District 9 definitely showed people that when it came out. I don't think it didn't get a lot of critical reception. It wasn't praised
You
universally.
said District 9? You're still
Yeah.
talking? Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it was more cult classic as opposed
Exactly.
to critical acclaim.
Right. But I think that's an awesome sci-fi movie and goes down as one of my favorite sci-fi movies of all time.
I'll agree with you on that one. I don't know much to say when it comes to Elysium or Chappie because I haven't seen either of them.
They're all right.
I need to watch Elysium. My dad really likes Elysium. Luther
Elysium's
likes
just a straight up sci-fi action movie. If you just think of it as an action, a fun action movie, then you'll probably like it.
which I will. But yeah, District 9, and then that's the main reason why I watched District 9 as opposed to the other ones, because it looked different enough. But then, hold on one second, make sure that is
Should be fun.
Still gonna should still be going. Yeah. Just want to make sure like your screensaver
Everything
popped
shuts
up and everything shut down. I was like, no, but no. District 9 out of all the movies he made is the one that appealed to me because it just was different enough, and it told a more. It's weird because it was a story about aliens, but it was really a human story, and the acting I think, and I feel like it's one of the very few movies that did like the camera, like live camera footage thing right.
Right. Yeah.
Well, wasn't it? It was like a mix of that though. It was
yeah,
a mix
it was
of
like
the
live. It was like like a live action shot kind of movie, but then it had like CG all over it.
Well, the CG, yeah. But I mean, dude, and talk about like a movie. His movies really remind me of like Robert Rodriguez with his. I can't remember what company he has. Is it a? Oh, dude, I can't remember the company, but he made Predators. Yeah, he did Spy Kids, but not really. I mean, you do what you got to do. But no, like Predators was done on a really small budget, and that movie looks really good. Same with Blomkamp's. I mean, he does those movies for pretty cheap,
Very cheap
compared to like what you would expect from a movie with all that CGI. But
man, that's why I wish he had done Halo, like something.
I wish, dude.
Like even if he had done a short, like he did that, like very very.
It was a long time ago. I want to say it was like 8 or 9 years.
Yeah, that very quick little short.
Yeah, it was like 8 minutes. I can't remember what it's called, but no, it was
even
great.
if he had done like an extended one of that would have been awesome.
I would love for him to
But a full
do a movie.
motion picture, that would have been amazing.
Yeah. Actually, let's go into that.
Okay.
Let's go into that because I'm down to talk Halo.
All right.
But like outside of a video game, look at people calling me now. That's my mom.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, sorry. I'll text you in a second.
We'll call you back.
No, so I was very excited to hear about the Halo TV show when it got announced at the Xbox One reveal.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I showed you guys, or I sent you or I was about to, I think. Ryan McCaffrey actually tweeted Phil Spencer had an Xbox, if you guys don't know who that is, and asked him if they was still live today or like in the past 24 hours, and he did reply and say it was still going. I think it's kind of just going through some development, or there might be still finding what they need to do. Hopefully, maybe my thing is maybe they're trying to get somebody big on it, and that they're like, we'd rather wait and get the right thing going as opposed to, it going into development hell, then coming out and being a piece of crap.
Right. Yeah.
So it could be either or. It could be in development hell and just be horrible. I'm hoping it's the other option to where they're just trying to find the right person.
Yeah.
Right budget and all that type of stuff. So the real question is, who would you want? Maybe Neil Blomkamp is your choice. Let's say Neil Blomkamp out of consideration.
Okay.
What director or writer or both or whatever would you think would be the best thing for like Halo? If
for
they're
a
like,
TV
hey,
show or for a movie?
Let's go movie. Because, for years they were saying they're going to make a Halo movie, and Spielberg got attached to it for a while, and then Spielberg was not. And
I don't
then
think I would want
and then Spielberg was like, you know what, I'll produce the TV show, but then we haven't heard anything since the Xbox One reveal, except I think 2 or 3 times they've come out and said it's still alive. They're still going to make it, but there's nothing else. So, question, if you could fill in who's going to be the writer, who's going to be the director. It could be both. It could be the same person, like Ryan Johnson or J.J. Abrams. But
yeah, I was probably going to say J.J. for my director.
Just dude, he honestly would be.
Like, he can just handle properties, as he's proven with Star Wars.
Well, he can handle a property that everybody loves too, and still
Star
do
Trek,
it and do it the right way.
Time, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, two of the biggest sci-fi properties I think ever. But
I was thinking about, I know Drew Goddard is a really good writer, and what he's done with TV, I think is awesome. Like what he's done with Daredevil, but I don't know what movies he's written. Did he write The Martian, or he produced The Martian?
I mean, producers.
He wrote Cabin in the Woods.
Wrote Cabin in the Woods.
Love.
World War Z. Let's see.
And he's just a really good writer in Hollywood, I think. So, and he's he's done a lot of sci-fi. He wrote Cloverfield.
Dang, he wrote Cloverfield.
So there you go. That's my combination. Let's team up J.J. Abrams with Drew Goddard again.
Well, then, yeah, I was about to say, you have him 9 episodes on Lost, 5 episodes on Alias, did Cloverfield, so he has a good. And you have a proven caliber of. Oh wow, he did 5 other episodes of the actual Buffy the Vampire series back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. Yeah, what movies have you directed? So he actually did direct Cabin in the Woods.
He wrote and directed it.
That is cool. That is very, very cool. And then he's produced how many? Do you know how many he's produced for? So he is going to be. He's an executive producer for the Defenders series, coming out on Netflix soon, and he's been an executive producer on every Daredevil episode.
Yep,
that is really cool.
He wrote like the first few episodes, I think, is what.
That is really cool. That's actually a really good choice. I feel like JJ would be, especially with at least the first. We've seen JJ take a universe that's been there for a long time, ground it into a movie. I mean, he took the biggest thing ever, which is Star Wars. We haven't been in this universe, per se, in 20, 25 years. What's the timeline between 6 and 7, something like that? At least 20, 25 years.
Yeah.
Maybe even close to 30. Timeline, and still made it feel like the sequel to episode 7 or episode 6.
Yeah.
So if he can do that, he could definitely make a series.
Make an entertaining Halo movie.
Yeah, well, and one that could be, good to viewers. Because I think the biggest thing he did with episode 7 that, us as big, longtime fans of Star Wars don't really look at that much is he made a movie that is a sequel to us, but it could also be the first Star Wars movie you could ever see, and it would still make sense.
Yep.
It was it could be its own thing. It didn't need to rely on those, it did have a lot of the old characters, but I think it showed who they are very well.
He definitely did that with Star Trek, because I've never been a huge Star Trek fan at all, and never cared about the universe. But when that movie came out, I was all about it.
I cared about the characters by the end of the first one.
Yeah, definitely bought into all the characters.
Yep.
And
I still need to see the third one, man. I know he only produced it, but I heard the movie's actually really good, so I'm still really excited to see.
And I was really skeptical about it too. I don't know why. I just felt like the Fast and Furious guy wasn't going to handle it well.
Oh, that's right. He did. It's it Justin Lin?
Lang?
I think, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Supposedly he did really, really well. I heard is it Carl Urban?
Oh, Carl Urban's the man.
Well, see, he wasn't gonna. I read an article this past week that said he was thinking about just opting out, because he had, in his contract he could opt out between for the third one, and he was about to, and he said it wasn't until he had a one-on-one discussion with Justin Lin about the direction that they're gonna be going towards in the third movie that got him to finally go, you know what, I'll jump on this one.
Cool.
So I'm kind of excited to see that one. I need to go see it. I mean, it's not getting the best box office numbers.
Doesn't matter.
So, yeah, but if they're making a fourth one, I'd like them to make it.
Right.
Right. I think Paramount, was it Paramount that made that movie? I want to say.
Yeah, I want to say. Yeah.
So I mean, I think the other ones weren't crazy when it came to money, but I think it should be still pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Carl Urban, real quick, Dread is a fantastic sci-fi movie.
The one the remake.
The
that
remake
movie
Dread movie.
Awesome. You know
so
why?
So awesome.
Because it's 10 minutes of So-So story at the beginning, and they're like, cool. Like, we just set up everything for the rest of the movie, and we're just going to go an hour and 20 minutes of just pure action.
Yep.
And
balls to the wall.
I watched this video about what was wrong with Batman versus Superman today, and they came. The dude said it was a dude that he was a film student, which is me, or going to be me since I'm going into that in the next month. But no, basically he said that Snyder is basically the moment man, and he makes a whole movie based on these moments. I don't know if you saw Batman versus Superman.
Yeah,
but there's almost no story, and everything is just moments.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have a million moments, none of them feel extraordinary.
Right.
And it kind of works with a movie like 300, and also Dread was a perfect example of how that worked as well.
Mm-hmm.
The movie was just a moments movie. It wasn't something that. It was very stylized. It was very like turn your brain off and just enjoy the movie. While like something like Batman vs Superman needs to be a little bit more grounded. It needs story. It needs exposition. It needs all this type of stuff because you're dealing with characters that are 70 years old in the making and beloved. But no, Dread was a perfect example of like just sci-fi world.
Contained,
get lost into it. Very
kinda,
contained.
yeah.
Very contained story. It's a very small story. It's in one building.
Yeah, it all takes place in one giant building.
And I think every single Judge Dredd movie is like that.
Really?
It's going from the top, the bottom to the top to the, and basically the top
Just the
floor
hierarchy and
yeah. And dude, it was awesome. That movie was pure entertainment at its finest and very stylized. I love the awesome slow motion, almost glittery looking because everybody's on drugs.
Yep.
In the movie,
They're on
it's very
slow-mo.
yeah, it's all slow mo, very very stylized. I need to rewatch that movie.
I need to buy that movie.
I do
don't own
I
it
do
yet.
too. I was about
And
to
it's
say I
real
don't see
cheap
that
because
over there.
like nobody bought it. I guess it just didn't do well.
It was a cult
so-
classic. I
Yeah,
mean, that's what it
pretty
was.
much, yeah.
And unfortunately, we're probably not going to get another one. But I mean, what else would they do? It'd basically be the same thing. But
I'm kind
maybe
of
with
I'm fine with that.
bigger
But it's
budget.
just like a standalone awesome movie.
yeah, and that's all it needs to be. No, but I see Oblivion
Oh.
over there in your Blu-ray
Another
collection.
movie that people don't like, and I absolutely
I
adore.
that movie. Yes, that
So
movie
good.
That movie is awesome. Man.
Visually, it's incredible, and the soundtrack by M83, Anthony Gonzalez. Oh my god!
It's a very quiet movie, and I think I
So
like
good.
that.
Just the synths throughout the whole thing, and then
Yeah,
mixing that with the orchestra.
what I love about that movie is it actually does have a very strong sci-fi feel and story actually, but it doesn't really tell it through a lot of like dialogue. It's
Yeah.
very visual storytelling.
True.
I mean, there's like a love scene, like not scene, like sex scene, but a like montage almost of like him and another the main character and I guess his love interest, and I don't think it really has that much dialogue, if not any, and it tells a whole story within a few minutes by just visual cues. And me as someone who like adores like film, and when you do it right, like I'm gonna applaud you for it, and I feel like that movie was very underrated because me and my dad went to go see that in the theater.
Yeah.
Because the trailer captured me.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everything in that movie looks very Destiny to me.
Yeah.
Which is okay with me. I love the sci-fi feel that Destiny has, but yeah, I feel like Oblivion was something that went under the radar. And if you're a big fan of damn, that movie came out in 2013.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Damn, dude. Yeah, if you're a big fan of like
realize it was
District
that
9
recent.
or anything like that, I feel like it's another movie you need to go and check out. What was that? What did you say?
I didn't realize it was that recent.
I knew it was
Seemed like it
2013.
was-
I thought it was like 2014, 2015.
Oh really? You thought it was?
All right, so he did so the director did a commercial. He did the Starry Night commercial for Halo 3. That is awesome. And he did the Mad World commercial for the official or the original Gears of War. Yeah, that won like a bunch of awards.
I love Tron Legacy too.
What did he do on Tron Legacy?
Special effects.
Here,
I
go
think
up
he
again.
did the movie.
Did he direct it?
Yeah,
Okay, so he did direct.
he directed it.
I'm not
He
the
wrote
biggest fan.
and produced Oblivion, so like that's all him.
He wrote, directed, and produced Oblivion.
Yep.
Dude, I thought
And
that
that's
movie
all
was
he's done,
fantastic.
so-
And he's doing another one in, I guess, next
Dude.
year called Granite Mountain.
If he did a Halo movie, I'd be down with that too.
Dude, I was about to say, like, especially with how Oblivion looked, it looked
Yeah.
very Bungie already with
Right,
like
right.
the art design. Oh, he would probably be really good. But I guess I didn't answer my own question. Going back to that little ADD moment right there, but dude, who would be the best person for the Halo movie? I'd say if I wanted anybody to write it, I would say Rian Johnson.
Okay.
For some odd reason, dude, I feel like he's gonna blow the lid off for episode 8. Like I feel like he's gonna take. It's actually Rian. Yeah. I feel like Looper was.
Oh, dude, Looper's good.
Yeah, I feel like Looper, another amazing sci-fi movie that was very dramatic as opposed to. It took the more drama side of a sci-fi movie than the action side. I feel like he'll do justice for episode 8, and I feel like he'd actually be a perfect example, or a perfect fit for at least writing it.
Yeah. I mean, knowing that, I already know it's probably going to take a more serious tone.
Yeah. Oh, a very dark tone.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it'd be really cool because I'm a big Halo fan, of course, if you don't know that. And the thing is Halo, in all honesty, really does have a dark backstory. Like, if you know who Master Chief is, that dude went through a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not a big fan of like Halo and you're kind of out of the loop, so Master Chief is a super soldier. You kind of already know that for the UNSC. And the world's, or basically humans are on the verge of extinction because this alien race called the Covenants come out of the blue and is basically trying to kill them all. And basically the government funded this very top secret I guess committee, and they created this program called the Spartan program. And then I don't really know too much about the Spartan 1 program, but the Spartan 2 program is basically what Master Chief was in. And what they did is they basically took all these kids that were 5 years old. They researched kids from around the world with the top like physical, mental capacity that a 5-year-old, basically the smartest,
the most
physical, gifted children that are 5 years old. They basically abducted them, replaced them with robots of them that looked identical to them.
Damn.
That would die off in the next 2 to 3 years. So no one would be like thinking, well, there's 100 kids around the world, around the universe that got abducted. Where did they go?
All at once, yeah.
So basically, everybody thought they were the same person, and then they died out. So it's kind of horrible.
Yeah.
These kids were stripped from their homes. Their parents, 2 to 3 years from that point, think they're dead.
Right.
And they're living a completely different life that they were not given a choice to live, or given a choice to choose. So yeah, they took them from their homes at that age and just basically started training them to be the super soldiers that they will try to become. And I think by the time they were teenagers, they had these experiments on them, very risky experiments. And I think half of them either died or became paralyzed. They couldn't walk or do anything. But it was augmentations on their body, and that's why he has reflexes faster than any human out there. So basically, they just amplified everything that is great about that person into a super soldier, and that's the Spartans, dude. It's kind of a really dark story,
Yeah,
and it's
dark.
like if you read The Fall of Reach, which is the first Halo novel,
Yeah.
Eric Nyland did a fantastic job, and in all honesty, I'd love him to, if they did make a movie or a TV show, him to have at least executive producer rights, because I feel like he knows that universe, like the back of his hand.
Mm-hmm.
If you read the books, I mean, the thing about Halo is it's a lot like Star Wars, and a lot of people don't realize it. Is you can go just like you can just watch the Star Wars movies,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the universe you believe in Star Wars, and
Right.
you don't have to do anything else except watch those movies. The same with Halo. I wouldn't say Halo 5 because they kind of fucked it up, but from Halo 1 to 4, like, you didn't have to do anything else in the Halo universe. You didn't have to read any books to realize what was going on or anything. It was very
little for Halo 4.
I don't really think so, because the terminals and everything, I mean, it kind of left it mysterious. But like Halo 5 completely was just like, nope. Like, we're introducing characters, not even going to tell you who they are, and they're part of the extra lore.
Yeah.
But like, I'll say Bungie did it a lot better than 343 when it came to that. But you basically could just jump into Halo, and if you wanted to explore the lore of Halo more, you
Mhm.
could.
Right.
You can do that with Star Wars as well. You have comic books, you have regular books, you have TV shows, video games. You have, I mean, Star Wars is in almost every entertainment place imaginable.
Right.
So it'd be really cool to see him go into a different realm. He's a writer. He's a book writer. So it'd be cool to see if he could do anything with it.
Do film, yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
that's what I'm
different.
saying. Executive producer would be like, he's not hands on with.
He's just there to like kind of make sure everything fits within the universe and make sure that.
And
it's
he
coming out
created
right.
a lot of the universe too. I mean, they gave him a lot of like control of what he
Free
wanted
rein.
to write when those books came out, which
Yeah.
which is I think the main reason why Destiny doesn't have a book is Destiny is very like Bungie wants to make that lore, so that's why you got Grimoire cards and stuff like that. But
Right.
director, to finally answer my full question, I don't know if I want JJ. I think he'd still be a good choice, but I mean, the dream. If we're just saying hypothetical, like no, this is never going to happen. But Christopher Nolan, I feel like if you have the Eric Nyland as the executive producer, you have Ryan Johnson as the writer. I think he can do like a very more sci-fi story as opposed to like Nolan's. He does a little bit of sci-fi, but it's a lot more film. Film based. It's not super sci-fi. Like Interstellar is an amazing movie. So is Inception, but they're not very heavy on like nerdy stuff. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very kind of just leaves it out there. Like that he doesn't really want to dive into that type of stuff. And I feel like if you got someone like Ryan Johnson,
they're very human. Like
yes,
there's no like I think as soon as you throw aliens in a Nolan movie, it's not really Nolan anymore. Like
I feel like it could be though. I feel like if he gets out of his comfort zone, which is
we've never seen him do it,
couple movies, and I feel like he could do it. As I'm saying, if you get someone like Eric Nyland to be like, hey, this is where Halo needs to be. This is the story I wrote. It's a very dark story, so it fits with Ryan Johnson,
right? And
that fits with Nolan. And I think Nolan's a perfect example of taking a beloved series, which is Batman, which is even a bigger series than Halo, and making a very dark human story to it.
Different.
He took Joker, the biggest villain of all time, and flipped him. Completely changed like how that like character acts, and now everybody looks at Christopher Nolan's Joker as like basically what the Joker really is.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, we grew up with the Batman animated series Joker.
Right.
You know, and I still love that Joker, but I mean like, dude, like we would never have what Scott Snyder has done with Batman since 2011 in the comic books, if it wasn't for Nolan's and Heath Ledger's interpretation of what the Joker is. You know,
true.
Joker was always diabolical and insane, but I mean he took it to a whole different level, and I feel like he could do that. He could make Halo, you know, not just this macho man like, and I feel like that's what Eric Nyland did. If you read those books, he's not this macho man that like you could kind of see in Bungie's. Like,
he's not the Doom guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you, that's what I'm saying. Like, Halo 1, if you play it, it's very like it's a standard sci-fi story. I think it's awesome because you can dive into it a little bit more, even inside of the game, and because I feel like Bungie does that so well. They do hey, we're going to give you like a lot of like Easter eggs and tidbits of information that isn't really told to the player, but you can kind of like search through the game and like if you look at Captain Key's pipe that he has, it's the Oni symbol on it, and you're like, that's in the first scene of Halo 1, and you're like, what is Oni? They don't even talk about Oni almost any time in the games. But you can go into the lore and explore this whole government facility that is just weird, very dark, very weird government, like 21st, how like George Orwell looks at society. I think that'd be pretty cool. But going back to other sci-fi movies, get out of the Halo talk. The Martian. I see that you have The Martian over there. I'm guessing you'll like the movie since you have it, but what do you think between that and Interstellar? Which one? I think Interstellar is a better movie.
Yes.
But
no, if we're talking film, definitely going to say Interstellar is a much better movie than The Martian. I love The Martian, the book. The book is a fantastic piece of sci-fi literature. Now, does the movie do it a little bit more? Does a movie give it justice? Because I mean, I think so. I think it's a good interpretation or adaptation of it. Yeah, because you got to change things. The script is a good adaptation for film, I think. The book just is better because there's more of the humor of the main character, and you get more like personal takes from him. And then there's more of the science, which is just kind of, I don't know, like I'm not like super into science, but it makes it more realistic, I think. Yeah. And less of a like fantasy sci-fi kind of take. It's more of a realistic sci-fi.
Yeah, and I mean that's the difference between that and I think Interstellar. Interstellar is very. This is a film. You know, it's kind of like it is a stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, you have to like
Yeah.
kind of
Well,
open your
Martian
mind up to
is more
things and-
grounded.
yeah.
But I mean, it still takes you onto a journey. Both take you on a journey that is very mesmerizing because we still haven't had people walk on Mars yet. So even though The Martian is very more like that could happen, like that really could happen in the next couple years because we're looking into going to Mars.
Yep.
Interstellar, I mean, it still has a stretch. It stretches like what we like. I feel like the more and more that movie goes into what it really is, Interstellar. That's when it starts stretching our belief. But I mean, I'd say the first half of Interstellar is very believable. It takes what could be a real life situation, which is like our crops are dying, and then takes a very movie side to it. It starts turning into like how Inception was. It took a really cool perception of like dreams, and then really went into like
How far you can affect
how far
somebody by
yeah.
being
And
in
it's
their
a really
dream.
cool story. I feel like Nolan's kind of the perfect example of he can take a very believable human quality of something like dreams or what he's trying to tell in Interstellar, and stretch your mind and like, hey, I'm taking you on a journey that's not really going to make sense per se. I mean like Memento or something like that, but
Yeah, right.
I'm going to take you on something that you can really relate to and pretty much put movie magic into it. Something you can't really do in real life and put that in film. And I feel like he's the perfect example like of blending those two together. And I feel like that's why Interstellar is a better movie, but I really did like The Martian. Like I walked out of that movie like much more impressed than I think I was anticipating. I was anticipating a good movie. But I walked out thinking that was a great movie.
Yeah, I think it was extremely well cast too. Everybody they had in that movie.
Oh
was
yeah,
excellent.
I think the writing was great too.
Yep.
I feel like
I said, it was I think as good an adaptation as you could do of
Yeah.
the book for film,
I think
because you only have it was like a 2-hour movie. You have 2
Yeah.
hours to put like all this content into. So
and when that's what like Colin Moriarty said, there's a lot of stuff in the book that they left out, but that's
and
still.
I think Ridley Scott, like visually, every movie he does is awesome.
Oh, I mean, dude, let's talk about Ridley Scott for a second. Then
All right.
Prometheus, man, Prometheus. I feel like I'm on,
Gorgeous movie.
Yeah, I'm on the. I mean, dude, I need to rewatch it again. I know it has a lot of plot holes, but dude,
It's not that great of a movie.
I think
but-
it is. I think it was a
Really?
great movie. I think it had really good suspense. I think it had really good. I mean, there's a few things.
I think it has really good scenes, and again, like I think the visuals are awesome, but I think the plot is, I don't know.
The plot was
Right,
okay.
yeah. It's just
I
kinda
was
meh.
enticed. I think the one thing that really Ridley Scott does really well, and he's been doing it great since the original Alien, is he makes really good characters. And what I say about Star Wars is Force Awakens, does it have the best plot in the world? No, it's literally A New Hope.
Retelling, yeah.
It's a retelling of The New Hope, and J.J. Abrams came out and said, yeah, that's what we wanted to do. He's
I
like,
want to make everybody happy.
yeah, it's hard to make everybody happy, but like
Right.
the thing is people are like, well, what do you like about Star Wars? I'm like, it's not really the story per se. It's the characters. What's the one thing you always like you think of when you walk out of a Star Wars movie? It's like, what was the best character in that movie? Or you're talking about I love Rey, man. I love Rey. And how many movies do you walk out knowing every single name
Of every
of every character, every main character?
Right.
Probably not much. I don't even remember the main guy in Interstellar. I don't know his name. I can't even
Matthew
remember
McConaughey.
Martian.
It's like,
Matthew
I just
McConaughey.
call him by their actor.
By the actor name, but I'm saying like the actual name they are in that movie. I mean, what's the main guy's name in District 9? You might know. I know Lucy would probably know. Damn. See, I can't even remember. Dude, it was an awesome movie, but I don't remember it.
Right.
What does Star Wars do so perfectly? You walk out of that movie knowing exactly who everybody is. Because they I don't know what it is. Like everybody who touches those. I mean, even like I feel like that's the only thing that Lucas kind of did right a little bit in the prequels. Or like he didn't really show a lot of them, but you're like, dude, who the fuck is Kit Fisto? Like you have a Kit Fisto lightsaber over there, and it's dude, because Kit Fisto is awesome. Ahsoka is awesome.
Very
you know?
cool character. Yeah.
I feel like Star Wars is a series that
She was annoying at first, but
very annoying.
I think that was part of her character arc.
she was
Honestly,
like
I think you were supposed to like look at her as a little child
she's
that's
a very
annoying and
angst
doesn't
teenager,
know anything. Yeah, and then
you know?
she grows and becomes badass, basically.
Well, basically, I mean, she had to learn. She had to learn. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like how
She had a lot to learn.
I mean, dude, look at it's just like I say in A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. Luke's kind of a bitch.
Yeah, he's a
Luke's
whiny little.
He's a whiny little bitch, you know. But it's not until Return of the Jedi when he walks into Jabba's palace and acts like a complete badass and kills a Rancor with no lightsaber.
Yep.
That is awesome, dude. I wish he would still. The only problem I have with that scene is why did you have to throw that rock at the
button
at the button?
Yeah.
You could have just like used the Force. It would have looked awesome too, but nitpicking.
I mean, at that point, they
return.
already knew he was a Jedi too. So like,
I know that's another thing too. It's like
just
you're
do
not
it.
really hiding it anymore. Like you don't need to hide it anymore. No, but I see you got Pacific Rim over there too.
yes.
What do you think? What do you think of Pacific Rim? Why do you like Pacific Rim? Because it's a very, in my personal opinion, it's a flawed movie.
Yeah, very flawed.
Like I feel like another movie that has, and I think it doesn't even worse. It's that story's not good.
No,
That story's
and
just
the characters
not good at all.
aren't good.
Characters
either.
aren't that great.
Characters suck. I mean, for me, it's just I'm a fan of mecha,
Yeah,
so and like the whole idea of it was very influenced by anime mecha.
yeah.
So I was just into the idea of giant robots fighting kaiju monsters and just the visual spectacle of it.
And it was very entertaining.
Oh,
and
yeah.
from that perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good sci-fi movie, but I love because John Boyega's jumping in. He has his own production company now,
Dope.
and they're actually working with Guillermo on Pacific Rim 2.
That's awesome.
And he's going to be
Speaking of John
he's gonna be-
Boyega, did you see Attack the Block?
No,
You
I
need
need
to see that movie. That's awesome.
Yeah, because that was
It's
like
so
that was his
funny.
main thing he
It's
did
hilarious.
before Star Wars. Yeah, so he's going to be the lead character in Pacific Rim 2, which made me very excited.
yeah,
but
that's
he's
awesome.
also his company's taking reins on control with that movie too. So
That's
I feel
awesome.
Like, I feel
Yeah,
like
I
he needs to
already
get in the right hands.
I already know that I'll probably like his character and know who his character is.
Yeah. Well, he still wants to
Compared
work
to
with the
like,
guy who
whoever
created
the
it.
stupid characters were in Pacific Rim.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I just remember Idris Elba was in it, but I mean, dude, it's kind of a
Yeah,
waste of a character too. Because
pretty much. Yeah.
I feel like he was a lot better in Prometheus. I think Idris Elba's character in Prometheus was a lot better in the aspect of it didn't show too much of him. It was one of those characters you wanted to see more of him in the movie, but that was kind of the point. Like you're like, dude, I really wish they had more of that character, but like, kind of feel wasted with what Ridley Scott was trying to do with the movie, even though it was flawed. I think it's still a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
But let's see what else we got over there. What other movies? What other sci-fi movies can we talk about? And we talked a little bit about Interstellar. I mean, if you haven't seen that movie,
there's 80s sci-fi like influenced by older 80s Spielberg movies. So like Super 8, and then what's on TV right now, Stranger
Super 8.
Things.
See, I don't want to talk too much about Stranger Things because Devin's working a lot, and she's not going to be. I'm not going to probably see her for like another 4 more days because she's out of town right now, or she's working, and I'm going to be out of town going to Nashville to go see Pink Spiders on Saturday.
Dope.
But yeah, I need the. Well, I'm trying to because I watched the first episode of Stranger Things. I was like, this is awesome. I want to watch this with Devin. We're about to move in. Of course, we finally moved in. But I want to try to find a show that me and her both like, and we can watch it together, as opposed to me rewatching it.
I tried. Savannah closed her eyes like every 5 seconds.
Oh, really?
So
I think she'd like it because it does feel like the Goonies. It feels like E.T.
Yep.
It feels like all that stuff all in 1 hour. And with a darker like sci-fi tone, that I feel like the more darker drama.
It's more like monster-y, a little bit of horror. Sci-fi.
A little bit, yeah. But it's all 80s, dude. It's all 80s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But talking about Super 8, I can talk about that.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorite movies to come out in the past like 10 years.
Same here. I love that movie.
But talking about a movie that feels like Goonies and E.T., that movie is literally Goonies meets E.T. It is a group of kids that are just. I mean, of course, in this one, they want to make a movie on a small little home video camera. But I mean, dude, like I don't know, like the group, they're the misfits. They're the weird kids.
Yep.
And I feel like that's what the Goonies are.
And they just happen upon something and then
crazy.
there's a whole conspiracy and everything.
And it has the E.T. adventure, I feel, towards the end. But it's very, very like, what if Goonies wasn't a like pirate adventure? What if it was like a monster that attacked the Goondocks? And what would they do?
Yep.
That's what I kind of feel like Super 8 was. I mean, Spielberg produced it, I believe. I know it was Abrams made the movie.
I think, he produced it or had some kind of producer credit on it.
Yeah, so, I mean, I adore that movie. Anybody, like, maybe you're the type of guy, like how Gabe is, to where you're like, I can't really watch 80s movies, like, because they just don't look that good. I'm like, well, you're crazy. Because movie magic that's what the 80s was just pure movie magic. Not everything. There was a lot of crap that came out in the 80s, but...
Yeah.
I mean, some of the movies that I remember from the 80s, man, are like some of my favorite movies of all time. But if you can't watch movies because of that stupid reason, everybody has their quirks. Go watch Super 8. It takes what is movie magic that the 80s dove into, and I think it's a movie for like anybody. You can go take your kids to go see it. Your kids will enjoy it. If you're someone that's in your 20s, you'll enjoy it. I feel like any age group can go and watch that movie, and it'll be fine. And I feel like that's what the 80s was great about. Like movies nowadays, it's like either hard R or PG-13 ultra violence. Like Transformers, like even though it's has some pretty crude language, has a lot of sexual jokes.
Innuendo.
Yeah, innuendo. I wouldn't even call it innuendo. It's straight up just sex jokes. And very graphic PG-13 violence. Like that's not really something you want to take your like 7-year-old kid to go see.
Yeah.
I mean, teach his own. If your kid's 7, if you have a very intelligent 7-year-old kid that can understand this is just a movie, that's fine. But I particularly probably wouldn't take my almost kindergarten kid to go see the new Transformers movie. So it's kind of hard to find movies that are great films but also kid friendly nowadays. And I feel like Super 8 was kind of that key that we kind of needed. And of course they haven't done crap since. They haven't done any movies like that since. Well, they did that Echo movie, but that movie looked, I can't remember what it was called, but it looked too kiddish. It looked
Earth to Echo.
Earth to Echo. That's what it was. I heard it was all right. But
no, you're gonna love Stranger Things, dude.
Dude, I want to watch it so
It's like
bad.
the perfect TV show for you.
That's what everybody keeps saying too.
No,
I've had
for sure. Not to overhype it, but I'll just leave it at that. You're gonna like it.
Well, I mean, like I'm born in the wrong generation, so I guess I'll agree with that and just attest to that. Now, Godzilla, it's kind of stretching what a sci-fi movie is, but Gareth Edwards, 2014. I see you have it over there too.
Yep. I
adored that movie. Did you?
I like it. I like the Godzilla parts of it, and I like the what's his name?
Yeah, don't get too spoiler because there's a lot of spoiler things we could talk about this movie.
Well,
because it's 2014. It came out in 2014, so
right.
And they're making a second one, and I'm pretty sure this is the same Godzilla that's going to be fighting King Kong.
Oh yes.
And dude, that trailer.
Yes.
You saw the trailer.
Skull Island looks so awesome.
Skull Island, dude, that looks awesome. But no, supposedly those two are going to be fighting on screen in like 2019, 2020, something like that. But yeah, what do you think of it? Are you thinking Bryan Cranston?
Yeah, Bryan Cranston.
Is that what you're trying to find?
Yeah, I love Bryan Cranston's character in Godzilla, but he's like barely in it.
Yeah.
I just feel like the follow, like what they did with the plot following that main character did nothing for me.
I liked it.
I liked the action of it.
I like the plot twist. I think the end of the movie was great, and a lot of people complained.
I didn't think it was bad. I just didn't care.
I thought it was like a 9 out of 10.
Really?
Like I walked out of that movie thinking it was fantastic. I was like, this is what they needed to do with Godzilla. They needed to make a movie that like you want to like not just show Godzilla the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a prime example of like what I was saying about like a Snyder movie.
Yeah.
It's 1,000 like awe-inspiring moments, but by the time you walk out of it, you don't remember one of them because there's so much of them.
One thing, yeah, like going along that, one thing it does really well, like what Cloverfield did, is it doesn't show the monster right off the back. Like it reveals a little bit here and there, and then like at the end, it's the big reveal.
Yeah. Like, dude, you're gonna get your dope ass Godzilla battle at the end. Like, let it kind of get excited. Like,
right.
You don't need to see Godzilla in it for 40, 50 minutes, you know?
Yep.
I like that it had a little bit more of a human story to it. You know, whether you like what they did with that human story is on you. Me and you have disagreements on it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a perfect movie, but I think I think it did it really well, and I think what they did with the movie showed the consequences of what Godzilla is.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I liked it.
Yeah.
It's really hard to like say why I liked it because like I don't want to get in like spoiler territory, but I thought it was like oh shit, this is like a anything goes kind of thing. So that's why I liked it. A lot of people complained what you're talking about, and a lot of people complained about what I said with not showing enough Godzilla, but I'm very excited for Godzilla 2. I'm very excited for Kong Skull Island, and I'm very excited for when those two motherfuckers start beating the shit out of each other, man. That is going to be pure. Out of everything that's gotten announced,
What do you think they're
like,
going to do in New York? Just
I don't know.
York?
Dude, I would love for them to go out of that realm and maybe go into like another country or something like that. I hope it's not like Godzilla.
Rio. King Kong just grabs the Jesus statue and just like hurls it at Godzilla. He like uses blue fire and burns,
maybe like a third world country or maybe an island or something like that of them fighting. Yeah. I think it'd be pretty cool. I want to know
Godzilla just travels across the ocean to Skull Island.
Yeah,
pops
I mean,
up.
dude, think of a world where a fucking Godzilla came out of nowhere and
he realizes like some bad things are going down there. He's like, all right,
gotta go kill this huge ass ape.
Gotta go save some people, I guess.
I mean, dude, I just want to see how they're gonna tie those two together. Like, I'm very intrigued on how they're gonna get to that point of versing each other.
Yeah,
maybe they become best buds.
It's gonna be like Batman versus Superman, I guess.
Oh, he's about to kill Kong, and he's like, "Tell Martha I love her." And he's like, "Why did you say that name?"
That was my mom's name.
Oh my lord, dude! Oh, I've watched that again with Luther because he hasn't seen it yet.
Oh yeah,
it's still like, and I was waiting for his reaction because I've already seen it, and he's like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" And he starts like laughing. I'm dying over there, like in the corner, like, oh my lord. It's still it's almost more cringeworthy because like you're expecting it, and then you're like, man, it's actually worse than how I remembered. It's actually even worse. What a piece of crap that movie was.
Yep.
But let's hope Justice League is a little bit better.
Yeah, we'll see.
I feel like it'll be okay. We'll
see.
Because I got a little bit on the hype train when it came out, but I'm like, keep yourself grounded, Nathan. It's still a Snyder movie. He's still going to crap on it in some way.
Yeah.
Maybe the Flash is some, killer as well. Starts just murdering everybody with his, like, Flash abilities. Starts just, like, literally, like, running through people and taking their organs out. So let's hope he doesn't do crap like that. But I can't really think of anything that's come out in recent memory that we haven't really.
I got one more for you. Another Tom Cruise film.
Can I guess it?
Yes.
When did it? Oh, is it the Live Die Repeat?
Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow. Is it Edge of Tomorrow still, or did
that is the proper name? Live Die Repeat's the stupid marketing name that they slapped on the box.
Yeah.
To sell more copies of it or whatever.
Because I'm pretty sure they switched the title. Yeah. To Edge of Tomorrow, and then the movie didn't do that well in the box office, and then they started slapping Live Die Repeat when the movie came to DVD to try to boost.
So now
it
has like two names.
Yeah,
so dumb.
It's weird.
But no, it's Edge of Tomorrow.
And was that movie good? Because it didn't. Oh, it's one of those movies that didn't preview well, but everybody who walked out of that movie said, "Dude, this is a lot better than I was anticipating."
Solid movie, solid sci-fi movie.
What was good about it? What was the sci-fi? I mean, because I know you basically have a body, and if that body gets killed in combat, they can bring you back into another body.
It's time. It's messing with time.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah, there's like something that causes you to revert back in time.
That's weird.
Or causes the main character, Tom Cruise, to go back in time.
Okay, so it's not something
and
everybody's
basically
doing.
Relive things over and over and over again.
Okay.
That movie has strong characters. Tom Cruise's character is awesome, and then
Emily Blunt's
character is very, very
cool. I love Emily Blunt. Yeah. Do I love Emily Blunt?
My
dad agrees with me too. Even my mom's like, yeah, I can see why you like Emily Blunt.
She's excellent.
You know what I like about her? She's very beautiful, but she's not Hollywood like pretty. She's like, she looks like you'd see her across as like down the street, kind of pretty.
Mm-hmm.
She's believable. She doesn't look like fake.
Yep.
So that's what I like about her. Plus, she's a great actress.
Yep.
I don't want to just sit there and womanize somebody like, But first and foremost, I'd like to say she's a very beautiful woman, but she's an excellent actress as well. I enjoy her. There was another movie she did a couple years.
She total badass too.
Well, and she looked badass in the trailers. The problem was, it's like I was like, dude, she looks cool. Like honestly, when I watched the trailer, I was like, she looks cool. Tom Cruise's character just looks kind of boring to me.
No, he's awesome.
But,
I think what it does well is it's emotional. It's a very emotional movie, and it tugs on those emotions because it brings you to a point where you think like it's all is lost, like it's hopeless. It's not one of those things where you're like, oh man, I know they're gonna get out of this. He's gonna be the hero. They're gonna fall in love. Blah blah blah. Like I already know how this is gonna end. Like you feel like it's really a dire situation.
So that's why I like.
Unlike a lot of, I guess, sci-fi movies where aliens come, like probably like what Resurgence is like, what fucking Independence Day is like. It's probably like, I already know they're gonna defeat the aliens again, and everything's gonna be fine. It's like, with this, it's like they have a serious advantage, and you're like, how is this one guy gonna overcome this and try to save humanity when like he doesn't know what the hell's going on, really? Yeah,
that's what I like about Looper. It's like the whole movie. I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm scared. I'm very like I also don't know like how the movie is gonna end. Mm-hmm. Like even if he like did quote unquote like win, what is the winning? What is he gonna win? So like what I like about the sci-fi movies that have come out in the past couple of years is a lot of them have, instead of going the Hollywood, let's do this like the Independence Day, like the whole world's about to apocalypse, the whole world's about to be blown up by a bunch of aliens. It's a very grounded, very more personal story. Mm-hmm. Oblivion is in a world that's almost post-apocalyptic. Yeah. Like they didn't win. Right. It's just the survivors. We have a movie like Interstellar to where we literally just destroyed our own world, and we have a group of like a small group of like ex-NASA people and Matthew McConaughey, and they're like, hey, like we gotta go.
all right.
We gotta go find another universe or another world to go inhabit, or we're dead. You guys are basically the last hope to find another world for us.
That's it.
That's scary, man. That's very scary. And the things that happen in Interstellar, halfway through the movie, you're like, oh shit. And you're like, I don't know how this movie is going to end. Because, I mean, Christopher Nolan, he's not going to give you the ending I think you're anticipating. That's what I loved about it. Say what you will about it being a very flawed movie. I love Dark Knight Rises. I think it's a great movie. And I think it has a fantastic ending. Even though there are problems still with that ending. Mm-hmm. Let's see.
I just thought of another one, more of a creepy, disturbing, slower paced sci-fi movie, kind of more in the style of like what the original Alien was, where it was like
more
very slower paced,
which I like. I love that. I feel like that's a genre that's not really like,
but like really creepy and disturbing. Gets under your skin, under the skin.
Under the Skin? What is? I've never seen Under the Skin.
It's an awesome
when did it come
indie
out?
Movie.
Was it recent?
Yeah, it's very recent. I'll look it up, but it's with Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's really creepy.
I heard it's very disturbing. Weird.
And then it's a kind of movie that ends just like with a what the fuck ending.
I love what the fuck endings.
It's awesome. Like the way it ends is so perfect. It's so great.
I love movies that give you those endings. Dude, I think the ending solely for the ending, I'd say go, if you haven't seen Looper, go see Looper. I mean, I think you should go see it. I think
2013 for Under the Skin.
Okay. Damn, I thought that was like last year. She did another movie with the black hair. Was it Lucy?
Yeah.
Okay. I always get those two mixed up. And then she's doing Ghost in the Shell, talking about sci-fi stuff.
Right.
I don't know how that's going to be.
I would definitely recommend watching Under the Skin if you're in the mood for like something slower and just creepy.
I know there's like a weird scene. I can already kind of see it where she gets naked. I heard.
Yeah, well, like the whole kind of premise is she's disguised as a human and kind of like seduces men in order to get something. Like the aliens need something.
Sounds like a Species from the 90s. I don't know if you
Mhm.
ever saw that.
Mm-hmm.
It was an alien and it looked like a girl, and she'd basically fuck people
Yeah.
to do stuff, and then she'd kill them. I'm going to be honest. When I was a kid, my parents had that movie. I did not watch it to go watch a good movie. I watched it for the boobies. For the boobies.
For the boobs. No shame.
Hey, no shame, dude. I'm 22. Everybody snuck that one movie or tried to. My dad always told the story. He found a way to move the antennas into the right way, basically the hack into the Playboy channel and get it for free back in the day. So, hey, man, we all go to our desperate measures when you're like 12, 13 years old to see some boobies.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, man, you do. But I think we can close it out right now.
All right.
Because I can't really think of anything else.
Well, there you go.
I mean, the dream is hopefully in a couple years we can talk about a Cowboy Bebop movie, but that remains to be seen.
I don't know.
I don't think Keanu Reeves is a very physical. I mean, no, John Wick. He did look good in John Wick.
Yeah.
I feel like he's still a little bit too old to be Spike
Yeah.
anymore. But
I don't know if I would want a live action.
I think
Cowboy
I
Bebop.
would. I think they could do a live action movie of
Yeah.
that very, very well. That movie is very noir. If you make it,
That's true.
it's very. It's not as
Like
dark.
if you cut out the one-off episodes, I guess, and just stuck to the main.
Dude, I mean,
Story
I
of
think
everything.
there's episode 1, episode 5, and I think there's the last 2 parts, and there's another shit, dude, I can't remember which. There's like 5-6 sessions that are the main story.
Right.
Give it a 2.5 hour movie, 30 seconds to really justify like the beginning of the beginning of the plot and who these characters really are. Maybe the movie starts off with just a regular bounty. I think they could do it really well. I mean, I would say Ridley Scott could do it perfectly. Dude, Blade Runner.
Yeah.
I feel like if you did a live action Cowboy Bebop, you'd have to do in a very like dark sci-fi universe that is like Blade Runner. Not as dark because I feel like the movie doesn't need to be rated R.
No.
Like a Cowboy Bebop movie could be PG-13.
Could be, yeah.
But I mean, like the more gritty. It's a very gritty. Like the ship, like Spike's ship, looks very. Dude, what is it called? What's this ship called? I can't remember. It's killing me.
Swordfish.
Swordfish. Yes, thank you. I knew it started with that S. But no, Swordfish it's a bunch of dents in it and it's scratches and it's very dirty. I feel like they could do that really well. But anyway, guys, that is the second episode of the Nerd Outlet podcast. Not every week's going to be like this to where it's only 2 people. Usually we have Luther and Gabe on here, but they are complete bitches and decided that they couldn't get here. But no, not really. They have other things to attend to.
Got tied up.
Yeah, got tied up. So, if you guys like this, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's very easy to find. Just type in Nerd Outlet. It'll pop up right on YouTube. If you want to keep more notes on us, go like our page, facebook.com/nerdoutlet. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Nerd Outlet. So very easy to get us on them social medias. And I do believe you said you can find us through a tag on Facebook now.
I believe so.
I'm not entirely sure how they do tags now. Like, do we have to like get that username, or is it just based on like what our page is called?
I think you can just pick it.
Okay.
Like
we'll have to
pick
go
what your tag is.
Okay.
So right now I think it is at Nerd Outlet. for
Okay.
our
Cool.
Facebook,
So
but-
okay. Cool.
yeah.
I was like, we're gonna make sure we get that before anybody else does.
Yeah.
So I mean, other than that, do you have anything to plug, Greg, before we get out of here?
I don't.
All
Go
right.
watch some sci-fi movie, nerds.
Yeah. If anything, hopefully you found one movie that we talked about that you haven't seen that you're very interested in. I think District 9 was one of the best movies in the past 10 years. So go see that if you haven't. Go rewatch it if you have. But anyway, guys, we will see you next week.
Later.